Hey guys, MW3 here bringing you some 2v2 face-off on the map Getaway. This is some team deathmatch and using the G36 with the red dot sight and the kick proficiency. This is a new game mode that was released for elite members only right now, as far as I can tell. I can't find it in the public playlists, but dude, I love this game mode. I'm up against two guys who are in the same clan or something. They have the B question mark exclamation point something clan tag, and it was just a lot of fun killing these guys. I think this is a more competitive game mode than anything else we've seen in Call of Duty before. Yeah, there was a Black Ops competitive playlist, which was a lot of fun, but I think this is just a different style of gameplay that I think will really be end up being a long time fun thing. I really hope that maps like this return in Black Ops because I played 3 or 4 matches and this is just a lot of fun to me. I've always loved the 1v1 scene. Shipment was a great map in Call of Duty 4. Just 1v1 your friends. See who's the best. Who's best on the gun. And I think I proved it to these guys right here that I'm better than them on the guns. A couple of tips for this game mode because it's brand new. Number one, this is very important. Run either dead silence or sit rep. Don't run both. There was a patch on Xbox recently that made it so that sitrep and dead silence cancel each other out. So when you run sitrep and dead silence using specialist, what happens is you can hear enemy footsteps really loud, and you can also hear your own footsteps with sitrep pros new features. So you don't want to run sitrep and dead silence at the same time. That's a good tip. But I think that dead silence is very important. Um, I was hearing these guys from halfway across the map because they were both using Stalker. So I've never actually run into anybody else who's run Dead Silence in this, which is interesting to me because that's all you see used in Search and Destroy. I guess that some of the more skilled players aren't playing this yet, but if you could use Dead Silence and really listen for people, you can be very effective in this game mode. Another thing I'm going to say is use the portable radar. Unfortunately, in this game, portable radar does absolutely nothing for me because both guys in the enemy team are using Assassin. But it is a very good thing. Which brings me to the next point. Use the UAV. Unfortunately, in a lot of situations, your UAV is going to be pointless because people run assassin in this. But the UAV is going to help you in a lot of gunfights. And I just want to point out, I have no freaking clue how I lost that gunfight. I thought I hit him 3 times and I started moving away, but turns out that I didn't kill him. Use the UAV. It can really help you out because this is a smaller map. You know, there's only 2 guys. Um, I also think that a suppressor is pretty much useless as well as assassin, because everybody knows where everyone's going to be. You shoot off a suppressor, chances are you're going to be communicating with your teammate. I just want to point out I'm with a random guy here. I have no clue who this dude is, but whatever. You don't want to use a suppressor. It's just going to reduce your range, and it's not going to make any difference, especially in a 1v1 versus a 2v2, because just the silencer is just not going to do for you. Reducing your range isn't worth it in a 1v1, because if you know where the enemy is already when they shoot off around and you get shot, then having the extra range is really going to help you out. Another thing, rush. This is something that's difficult for me to say, but in a 1v1, in particular, rush. One of the big parts that I don't like about rushing in Modern Warfare 3 is the randomness of it. I'll come into a guy and another teammate will spawn right next to him. But if you're in a 1v1 situation or a 2v2, then when you kill one guy, you can be pretty sure there's not going to be another guy just raiding around the corner for you to round it. But so there's one thing I could say is rush. If you see a guy in a 1v1, rush right at him if he ducks behind cover. Try to take him by surprise, especially if you're using dead silence. Then you can use that to your advantage, and he'll think you're still back there because he can't hear your footsteps, and you can really leverage that to your advantage. If the enemy team does use assassin, definitely switch up to shoot a specialist class because assassin can really ruin this game mode. If there's one thing I'd say that they should have done is they should have turned radar always on and assassin off. One of the things that makes 1v1 so fun to me is the fact that you have, in most 1v1 situations, you have the radar always on, which gives you knowledge of where the enemy is at all times, which is how I like to play 1v1s when I play them personally. But, you know, there are things that you can do against it. I mean, I believe Cold-Blooded actually worked in Modern Warfare 2 with radar always on for whatever reason. So, radar always on would have been cool, but only if the assassin had turned off. I was actually very frustrated throughout this game because both the players on the enemy team were both losing assassin. That was frustrating because I was building up 2 or 3 kill streaks, which are more difficult to get in a 2v2 situation because there's a limited amount of people to kill, and once you kill one, the other guy's probably going to be pointing out your location right away. So I would say that in a 2v2 situation, that using assassin is a bad move. You don't want to use it. I mean, quick draw is going to help you out more in most situations, but I can understand if you're getting destroyed, like we're killing this team, just destroying them. why you would run Assassin over something like this. I really am enjoying the face-off maps. They did a great job. I mean, look at the map's colors right here. This looks amazing. You got a piano right in front of me. You got the beach to my right in front of me. I got bushes to the left and right of me, and it's just a great looking map, and it plays very well too. They said in the release trailer what they were looking for is to keep the fast-pacedness of Call of Duty in a close 1v1 or 2v2 situation. I think they did it excellently. I've never had a slow-paced game with the new face-off maps, so I'm excited for this game mode. I think it's going to be a lot of fun just to see who's the better player. That's something that I've always liked in Call of Duty is the competitive feel of it. When you jump into a free-for-all, it's not everybody just joking around, quick-scoping most of the time. It's people trying to do their best to just prove that I'm a better player than you. And this really allows me to do that. I love playing like that. It just allows me to run around killing people who I usually wouldn't be able to pull that off with, and it's just a lot of fun. There's not too many other ways around it. In this game, I am using the Claymore, which I wouldn't recommend. I mean, there really isn't too much of an advantage using a Claymore because a lot of people run Stalker or Sit Rep, but if you do have a guy who's running a Dead Silence, a great counter to him is the Claymore. That's why I put it on here. Portable radar combined with that really can lead to a perfect class for playing defensive. But like I said, playing aggressive really is to your advantage. You want to be able to take those guys by surprise, especially in a 1v1. In 2v2, it's a little bit different. You got a 2v2, you got guys who are standing right next to each other, and generally speaking, rushing them will end up you killing one, and you'll die to the second guy. But if you can use places like this, the pool table right there is a great head glitch. You can pick people off as they jump down from places. And another tip: don't ever switch to your secondary weapon there. For whatever reason, that glass, a lot of the glass on this map is actually bulletproof. Like the glass right there to my right is all bulletproof. For whatever reason, they made glass on this map pretty much bulletproof, which is an okay move. I mean, it has its advantages and its disadvantages. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get those Magnum kills back there because if you got bulletproof glass that a Magnum can't shoot through, that's a little bit ridiculous. I mean, we're out in the middle of the beach. I don't think they're gonna have bulletproof windows in a place where you're on a vacation. But the gameplay is winding down into being something like a 20 and 11 against a two-man party, and I got a teammate here not doing anything, sitting in a corner like usual. He at least pulls positive, and that's a difficult thing to get, is get a teammate who will pull positive one of these things, because it's a lot more difficult than a regular TDM, for a 2v2 at least. I mean, in a 1v1 it's a little bit different. You can generally get teamed up against people who are a little bit worse at the game, and you can pull a better KD easier, because, like I said, you can just rush people without having much consequence. I mean, you just have to basically put a piece of cover between you and your enemy, and you end up winning the gunfight. So the game has like one more kill left, and one thing I would shy away from, though, in this game mode is you trying to use a grenade. I've never had any luck with the grenade in this game mode. I've played like 3 or 4 matches of it, and the grenade really doesn't seem to do much for you. I mean, the players don't really yell out too much, but the gameplay is over. Pick up a nice final kill there. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm Angry Beast, and I'm signing out, and I will catch you guys in my next video.